Hi, it's me, Shaiju Pudhiyaveetil. Last 2 days, I was receiving few of the enquiries and few of the questions from Career Guidance Program. The students, they would like to know a bit about the few informations regarding the National Education Policy. I already have done a video regarding the National Education Policy 2020, but I'm just going to speak about the few core facts. What is the few core facts of the National Education Policy? The first one, the credit transfer. What is the meaning of the credit transfer? We know about, like, before we were doing any of the graduations like a BCom or a BBA or BBM, whatever the type of graduation may be, the students, they are having few interest to join. Maybe after 1 year time, they just quit the course. But those students, they are stuck and they don't know what can be done. So in this 2020, the National Education Policy, the first preference given to the credit transfer. Means if you have completed your graduations like 1 or 2 years time, so your credit can be transferred to any of the university in our country or any of the institutes or the college in our country. So that is the first one, the credit transfer, and how the central government they can do this credit transfer facility. So here the Ministry of Education, the newly named the Ministry of Education, they will create the credit bank. What is the meaning of a credit bank? Whichever the students and wherever they have done the programs, so-called the graduations or the diploma or the higher educations, those credit can be allocated into a particular system. That system is called the credit bank. So the credit can be allocated and keep into the credit bank, so you will not be losing what you have been learned and where you have been completed your education. So you can use that credit and you can rejoin any of the colleges or the universities in our country. So this is the two important, the connect to the credit transfer and the credit bank. And the next one, 2023, the central government, the Ministry of Education, they are actually planning to set the new system. So what exactly are going to happen for the existing system? The existing system will run in the same way, and the new system is going to launch completely on 2023. So when the existing system is going to over all the responsibilities of the existing education policy of the country will be completely done in 2023, and the new system will be launched on 2023. And now it is a policy, not turned into the act. And the next one is that what would be the degree? There is a question, because before it was like 10 plus 2 plus 3, and now it is like 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So what is the difference? The question is that the new education policy, there won't be any kind of a BCom and BB or BBM or BSc. There will be only one thing that is called the Bachelor of Liberal Arts. Bachelor of Liberal Arts. What exactly the meaning of a Bachelor of Liberal Arts? You are having an immense opportunity to go for the combinations. The combinations means if you wanted to do the physics as a major, you can learn the music as a minor. So music can be the minor and major can be the physics. So that is the combination. So there is now we can see the students, they will go for the science and commerce and the humanities. Now there is no segregations, like you can go for these 3 areas. You can again come to the combinations areas, like you can do the major in the commerce and minor in the science, or major in the science, minor in the commerce, or in the arts. That is possible. A very good combination actually. So the next one is that now the existing system, like for the teachers, now they are going to reframe like a 4 years integrated program. The 4 years integrated program means a faculty, if you wanted to be the faculty, you have to go for the 4 years integrated program to become a teacher. So this is the another important program, another important launch. The other one is that actually the GDP, the gross domestic product, actually the GDP existing, it is spending for the education is 1.7%, and now it is going to accelerate. Now the 1.7% from the central, and the balance will be taken by the state. So 4.43% is existing spending for the education, for the higher education, the whole education system in our country. Now it is going to change to the 7%. Means the combination is going to make a huge impact on the GDP, 7%. Another important thing is like what is the there is one of the forum is going to launch by the central government, the technology forum. The technology forum will do the observations and implementations on what kind of changes can be done in this new education policy. So there is a separate wing is going to start by the central government, technological wing, to support the whole education system in our country. And the other one is that for the virtual lab, there is a question like, how do we do the virtual lab? Because there are few students, they are in the very distant and the nook and cranny of our country, and how they can do the access on the lab facilities. So the central government, with the cooperation with the state government, they are going to launch another initiation is called the virtual lab. So they are giving the GDP, they are giving more importance to develop the infrastructural facilities. And the other important thing is that for the skill development is the biggest challenges, because there are many students, especially in the rural area, rural segment, they're leaving the education maybe the 8th standard or the 9th standard or the 10th standard. So those students should not leave the education, and we have to equip them in the skill to give the skill development program to them. So not only to the the higher education, but also to the very basic level. So from the 5th standard, or we could call about like from the first base of the 5-year, they are giving importance to the skill development and the higher education too. So here we can see the 4 years degree program. The 3 years, that will be like the first is certificate program, second is diploma program, and third one is the degree program. So after your completion of your 5 plus 3 plus 3, you will be entering to the 4 years. So in this 4 years, 3 years will be like a degree program, and the 4th year it is a master. So 1 year masters. So 4 years completion means you are going to complete your masters too. Then you can enter into the PhD program. For the research you can go for it. So there is no MPhil. In between there is no MPhil. So this is the difference. And I'm just coming back, the central government, they are giving much more importance to the skill development, so-called soft skill, so-called life skill, and vocational trainings. They are going to emphasize in this National Education Policy 2020. And what exactly they are thinking, or the central government idea is that, or the education policy idea is that, to empower the students, to make them, or to create the students as a job holders, and at the same time the entrepreneurs, and make more revenue, and to again plow back those revenue to the GDP. So these students are going to be the part of our economy. So this is the main intention of the program. So today, I just shared the few informations regarding what exactly the core facts of the New Education Policy 2020. Thank you very much. Nice to talk to you. Signing off today, Shahiju Pudhiya Veetil.